Hello everyone, I just decided to do a soft shimmer to eyeshadow makeup tutorial. So I am just going to go ahead and start off with the e.l.f. Poreless Primer. I just put all my T-zone and whatever is left on my hands goes all over my face. I then move in with my Too Faced Born This Way foundation. I am in the shade Porcelain. I am going to use the Real Techniques Beauty Blender sponge. And I'm going to use about 1.5 pumps. I am just going to do 2 swatches on my cheeks, 1 on my chin, 2 on my forehead, and a few down my neck so everything blends completely and correctly. I then move in with my Rimmel Wake Me Up concealer to try and hide the dark circles that I've had. I then go in with the Rimmel London matte foundation that is 13,000 shades way too light for my skin. I use that to highlight under my eyes, so I just use that in the V shape. And I am using a Real Techniques, I think it's called Essentials brush, and I'm just brushing that in, and then I go over with the Beauty Blender Real Techniques sponge and press that in and make sure it is all set and ready to go. I'm just adding powder to set everything, and it's just the Rimmel powder. Here I'm just taking the e.l.f. palette blush and contour. I'm just contouring with the dark shade, and then I'm going to hit myself with some of the blush. Then I am going to move to my eyes, which is the most important factor of this whole video. So I'm just blending this out and then making it look quite seamless. For today's look, I'm using the Shaaanxo palette by BHcosmetics, and I've decided I'm going to use the terracotta and the darker brown shade to just intensify my crease. I do have slightly hooded eyes, so I have found that by blending in some darker colors and moving them upward creates a more open eye look for myself. And so I'm just gently working the colors into my crease and blending them out as I go. And now I'm just taking that terracotta and warming it up just a little bit more, taking away that dark brown, but still intensifying the crease just so I can have it exactly the way I want. And now I am dragging it down to my eyelids just so I can start for the base. I am then going in with the second color on the top of the palette, which is the shimmer shade that I wanted to use for this look. And so I am using a flat shader brush to apply this. This brush is great for packing on eyeshadows. So I believe this is my Coastal Scents brush. So as you can see, I'm using the mirror on the palette to continue to intensify the shimmer to the point where I want it. I didn't think about using any Fix Plus. I just wanted a soft shimmer look for the day. And so now I'm just transferring over to the next eye in order to give an even coat for the first round. As you can see, it looks quite even, and so I'm moving on to adding some L'Oreal Infallible Setting Spray just to kind of set everything in place for the first round. And now I am going in to do my eyebrows, which, excuse them, they do need to be touched up. I am just using the pomade, and I cannot find my spoolie, and so I'm just using my fingers to try to even out my eyebrows. And I'm just using the flat eyebrow brush from Coastal Scents. I'm trying to fill them in without going too dark. And now I'm switching over. As you can see, they're finally done. I'm just going to tightline using the Wet n Wild Mega Blast. I wouldn't call it a kohl pencil, but it's gel formulated. And now I'm going in with a nude from my bottom waterline. So I've tightlined with the Wet n Wild, and now I'm going in with the Rimmel London to open the bottom of my eyes just so they pop a little bit better. I'm now moving back in with my eyeliner, and this is the Rimmel London Glam Eyes, and I'm just creating a nice fluid line. And as you can see, I'm having a little bit of difficulty because it's starting to wear out. But as you can see, I've done the wings. And now I'm moving on to my mascara, which is just the ever so usual L'Oreal Voluminous Butterfly. And I'm just applying the top and to my bottom lashes. And as you can see, I'm having a little bit of trouble with my hair. But as you can see, my wings also aren't really matching all that well, but one eye drips a little bit more than the other, so give me a little break. I tried my best. I'm not a makeup artist or anything, so I'm just trying to add a little bit more coat. It looks like I'm going to need some false eyelashes just to make my eyelashes stand out, but I never did add any eyelashes. Now that that's done, I'm going in with the Hourglass Ambient Lighting Edit palette, and I'm just taking that bronzing shade and just bronzing up my face a little bit more. The exposure on my camera was awfully light, so it was making me look really pale, so I just decided to try and make myself look less pale. I then always go in to the palette and use the blushers to kind of just add a little bit more blush, and then I am skipping on to the ever so popular Marc Jacobs Shimmer Stick. I still don't really feel comfortable using a brush, so I'm just using my fingers to apply it and to blend it out the best I can. As you can see, my eyebrows do need fixed. And again, this lighting isn't the best. The exposure value isn't very good. I am filming on my phone, but you can still see quite well that I am definitely being covered in this beautiful highlighter, and I am just adding this to whatever points I want to use: my inner corners, my cheekbones, the tip of my nose, my cupid's bow, and my chin. And so I look pretty decent in my eyes. I'm giving myself a good go. And so now I'm flipping her palette over and going in with her lipsticks. I am choosing a nude to start out with. And then I'm just going to continue to play with some colors just to try and figure out exactly what I want to do with the eye look. I don't think I'm using the right brush because it seems too thin to be lining my lips with. But as you can see, my lips are pretty well big. They are not, I have no lip injections. Those are my natural lips. I don't use any of those lip plumpers or anything. That's just how they naturally are. So I'm just playing with the colors, trying to figure out what I like best. So I'm just taking those nude shades and making my lips look smoother, and then I decided that I was going to play with the shades, and then I just decided not to. So I am just showing you the palette for some reason. Don't know why. And then here's Marc Jacobs Glow Stick that I was using. And this completes the look. I hope you enjoyed. If you want to go ahead and try and recreate this look, let me know down in the comments. Just finishing off the look with another setting spray. My under eyes look a little bit shady, but I'm going to be going and fixing that. But here's the finished look. I hope you enjoyed this video. If you like it, give it a thumbs up. If you want to see something more similar to this, let me know. I love you all, and I will see you in my next video. Bye!